Shalom Israel. First, I want to give all praise and glory honor to Yahweh Bashim outside, Bashim Kakadash. I want to see Pastor Edgar Millstone, peace citation to one of Israel. This is going to be part 2, the days of Noah. All right, and really just going in, events that's happening right now, and basically all hell's about to break loose soon. All right, but people are in that lackadaisical spirit. They're in that no, the Lord is not going to do no evil, neither will he do good spirit. I believe that's in Zephaniah. The Lord is going to basically come upon those that are settled, the men that are settled on their lees. Basically being comfortable. Jake has gotten comfortable here in captivity. All right, these pleasures here in Babylon have made these people sound asleep, for lack of better words. With the Slovakia, I kind of lost my thought. With the convenience, there you go. With the conveniency here in Babylon, these people have gone so lackadaisical. They think nothing's gonna happen, and they think that it's just gonna continue when it's not. Alright, and because right here it says experts warn global mass starvation is coming by summer. Alright, and I'll probably skim through this. I'm on the road, but I'll probably just read this right here. If you got Instagram, I highly suggest you follow this brother, and you read upon this post. But it says lack of oil, diesel, and fertilizer as the U.S. war of aggression on Iran has no end in sight. All right, so this war is not just just another skirmish. Babylon or America's gonna do what they do, and America's still gonna be standing. No, this shit is gonna lead to Babylon's destruction. All right, the end result of this war is Babylon being destroyed. Because it's Bible prophecy. All right, but before that, the Lord, he's about to send mass, chaos. He's about to send plagues here, as he did in ancient Egypt. Let me get that. 2 Ezra 15. All right, because it's not just and it's funny because you got Christians thinking, we're just gonna get raptured out of here. We're not gonna go through anything. We're gonna live like demons our whole life. I accepted JC in my life, and I'm gonna be raptured out. Nah, nigga. Scripture says, "He that endureth the end, the same shall be saved." So you got to go through Acts 14:22. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. But this is 2 Ezra 15, and I'll start at 3. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee; let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." All right. So we can't let these unbelievers, these scoffers and mockers, trouble us. Try to basically make us feel a certain way because they don't believe in the prophecies. And which now it's not even, it's evident, it's clear as day. Now that shit talking, that shit's going down. All that rah-rah shit that these people be speaking about, all the prophets, it's definitely died down. I've seen it in my short time in the truth. Elders, they've seen it. Quiet down. The noise has quieted down. All right. And one thought that came to mind earlier today, is expect those phone calls. As bros say, expect those phone calls. Be like, oh, you were right, because you gotta understand. Bros are speaking these things before these things came to pass. Hence the term prophet. Prophesied to say before, and because when everything's going quote unquote or right, when things aren't, when things are at ease, for lack of better words, people are gonna be like, nah, you tripping, bro, you tripping. This is gonna be like this forever. Just because a couple years pass, and or the whole, for example, the whole C-19 thing, the world shut down, and then it go back up. Now people think, that was just a one-time thing, but that was just a test run. All right. Just like as in the days of Noah, There's Noah. They was talking crap to Noah. Oh, it ain't gonna rain. You tripping. Why you building that big ark? You gotta understand. Like, you gotta know how like, people was not just, he let him do him. They was talking shit. But when that ark was built, and the Lord said, all right, it's time, and that rain came down, that first droplet came down, then these niggas knew. All right, Ezekiel 33 and 33, then shall they know a prophet have been among them. All right, so expect phone calls, and that's something I was thinking about earlier. I was like, damn, like, because a lot of people know, what Jacob's about, So, and a lot of people gonna see that Jacob's right through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah. All right, Lord willing, continue to endure. All right, but this is Slaki. I got a little off guard, but reading on down, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, so to hell if you don't believe these prophecies. They gonna speak. All right, we just want to be on the right side of prophecy. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what's coming on a global scale. It's coming in a major way. All right. As the scriptures say, basically you're going to have grown men as women. Jeremiah 30:6. Why do I see every man with his hands upon his loin like a woman travail? Like, it's going to be so much shit going on. It's going to be hell like never before. Time like never before. Jeremiah 37. Time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now he's talking about the elect. All right. But reading on down, it says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful words are fulfilled. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I'll hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. All right, it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. All right, and that's the time we coming into. I can read this whole chapter, but I'm on the road right now. But the Lord, he's coming to bring judgment. All right, and now we in a time of it's not just talk no more. It's about to be performed. All right, let's get that. Jeremiah 23 and 20, it says, the anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed. Scripture say the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. It says until, and why would the Lord be bringing judgment, if he wasn't angry? All right, it's because of wickedness here in Babylon. Scripture says, her sins have reached unto heaven. This place got to go. Like, this place is ripe for destruction. It says until he had performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days, he shall consider it perfectly. And what's the thoughts of the Lord's heart? What does he have destined for Babylon the Great? His destruction. And he has this devil going down. So these prophecies are speaking loud and clear. All right, and it's only going to continue on. All right. Let me go to hold up. My phone about to say. Pretty sure they tapping bro's phone and shit. And so speaking of, bro, they tapping bro's phones. They in that time where the devil's gonna come down with having great wrath, because that he had but a short time. There was an article bros sent. It was basically saying I believe it's the FBI is gonna start monitoring those that speak against America and Israel. Speak quote unquote negatively, and they're gonna monitor bank accounts and shit like that. So hey, they gonna come down having great wrath. They know who we are. You know, as the elder said, you know, they got IP addresses. They got it all. All right. So, hey, it's just a matter of time. That's prophecy. But even in this, you know, the Lord gonna lift up a standard for his men. All right. So, what's there to fret about? All right. But everybody and their mom over here. Bear with me. I'm about to party. All right, but I'm gonna start wrapping up the lesson, you know, because I'm at my destination. But let me go to and there's so many things going on. It's not even funny. All right, but let me end it off with this. All right, this is Matthew 24, and start 35. It says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." You got these bugged out Christians saying this day is the rapture. Like it's not scriptural that, you know. Never mind. We're not gonna touch them. They just dumb as hell. But this is reading on down. It says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." All right, so, you know, as the days of Noah, you know, niggas was bullshitting, and niggas is bullshitting now. All right, so we on the other hand, you know, we're not in that day. We're not in that what's that scripture? "Ye have no need that I write unto you, for ye are of the light, children of the light." You know, so, you know, we have this truth. We have the eyesight to see what's going on. So therefore, we gotta watch and prepare. It says, "Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken out of the left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and one shall be taken out of the left. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would have not suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh." All right, so we in that time. All right, so hey, you know, this video goes for me first and foremost, but let us, you know, keep watching and keep pushing and enduring. All right, so hopefully with that, it was well said and edifying. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kakodash,